think these things are sort of magic. I don't know. We looked far and wide for the right actor because I knew the whole film is dependent on whatever it is between me and the other actor. And, and there are brilliant actors that you won't have chemistry with for whatever reason. And I met Imogen on a Zoom. I'd never met before. I thought she'd be very serious because she'd done so many serious films. And within 5 minutes we were laughing, crying, laughing. And I felt like I'd known her forever. And I was like, oh, well, this is what the characters are. They're best friends who've known each other forever. So I was like, let's hire her, and then we don't have to do any work. I'm fascinated by love and relationships and the idea of it's endless. The idea's been with us for thousands of years that there's one person meant for you. And it seems insane when you think about it that one person should be your everything, and it's a lot of pressure on one person. They got to do a lot of work. And I also think life is far more complicated, and people who've seen the film always say to me, I think it was about me. They always think they relate to it because I think there's a truth about this kind of relationship where it's a friendship, but there's something more to it. Is that love? Does that not count as love? What is that? And that's something we wanted to explore. The thing that's interesting about it, I hope, is that I do believe it is such a universal theme. I think that anyone in the world could watch this and relate to it. And I guess we'll find out. But I think it's amazing, over 100 countries are going to get this film, and I really hope it touches them in the same way. Because I believe people are, everyone's different and everyone's the same. And I think everyone wants love, everyone is striving for something special, some connection, and this film is all about that. I would not take the test because of, as Simon says, I like the journey, not the destination. But I say that now, and I'm sure I might get to 60 and be miserable and alone. Go, just give me the fucking test.
I think we just really get on. We like being around one another. It's a really incredible thing to find with a co-star because it just makes the whole project effortless, and it is a romantic story. Everything lives or dies by sort of how we are with one another. And I think it helps with performances too. You really want the best, for your co-star, and I think that just infuses the work on a whole other level, It was really nice being back in England because I live in New York, and it was really great to do, first of all, something that's kind of comedic, but also something in England and be in the countryside, and it was just really stunning. And no one actually stays in those places, it's just very, very luxurious. So it's very cool to sort of pop in and get to do those scenes. I do believe that people come into your life and have a great impact, and I think we should accord a lot of importance to that. I think that can change kind of the course of your life. And maybe that activates something in you where you kind of become more and more authentic and you end up living a more authentic life. Maybe that leads you to then meeting someone that you're sort of supposed to be with. I don't know, it's all sort of unknown, right? But I would not take the test. I'm too much of a believer in the surprise element. That to me is what love is. I think love is just a gust of feeling where you just didn't anticipate it.